Good morning, resellers and thrifters. My name is Carrie, and my channel here on YouTube is Be Carried Away. I'm a sometimes part-time, sometimes full-time reseller, and today is Kentucky Oaks Day, which is the Kentucky Derby Fillies Day. So it's Friday, May 6th, and it's also Bins Day. I'm participating in a challenge with Courtney, Bolo Buddies, and a whole host of other awesome resellers who have great channels and are really big Bolo finders, and I'm off to see what I can find at the bins. But this is a scavenger hunt, so I have a list with me and I'm on a road trip. I'm gonna head about 2.5 hours from my house in upstate New York, and we will see where we go from there. I'm stopping to get a bagel, and I'm gonna hit the road, and I'll be back with you in a little bit. Thanks so much for watching. Everything bagel toasted with I'll have jalapeno cream cheese, and then so far all I see is like a giant big building and a lot of empty spots, but I guess it's back here, so I don't see a lot of cars here or anything. But I just drove 2.5 hours and I'm in for a good competition, so I'm gonna hope I'm at the right place, and looks like I am. Now this one's called the clearance center, but I did look it up and it said it was pay by the pound. Okay, going inside. This is only my second time at a bins, but I do watch a lot of other resellers, so I know exactly what to expect. Even so, knowing what to expect, it's still really overwhelming when you first walk in, especially because I didn't get there till 1:30 in the afternoon. And so a lot of, the bins have been picked over, but I don't know which ones really. Everybody's kind of spread out at all of them, so I have no clue which one to start with, and I just decided to systematically go through all of them. It's not that big in there, and so I kind of just go through each one. I eventually start to realize that with them being picked over like that, I need to kind of dig down really deep and even look at small items. So I loved doing this challenge because I started to look not just category-wise, but at little things that I normally don't really look at. And so it was not just a scavenger hunt, but it was kind of opening up new categories and things like that. I picked up a couple of race car, NASCAR cars, packs, old vintage ones, not to include in the challenge, but to resell. And I picked up some makeup, which I don't really normally sell. Kind of a brand new box of little makeup down underneath there that I just happened to find. So because I'm scavenging, for the scavenger hunt, I ended up picking up quite a few categories that I don't normally focus on. So I'm in the hard goods section here, and I have no clue what I'm doing. I don't have a system. I'm just kind of randomly looking. I pick up that water filter jug, thinking maybe something I can use for myself, but sorry about my fingers there over the camera. There was a bag, a backpack kind of bag that is on the list, but it just wasn't really in very good condition. Lots of pillows, and again, here in this early part of the footage, I'm just kind of doing a perusal of what's around. I thought that was really cute. It just, again, the condition wasn't great. I thought it might be vintage, but it wasn't. So I leave hard goods and I head over to the clothes. I haven't picked up too much yet. These bins are separated into two sides of the room. So there's the clothing side and then there's the hard goods side. And when I did check out, they weighed them differently as well. So I don't even know exactly what the per pound price was, but I can tell you this was incredibly, incredibly inexpensive. I only paid $28, and I think I have about 40 items. So I paid less than $1 per item. So I'm going through the clothing. Now I do need to find one piece of clothing for the entry into the scavenger hunt. So it can be a clothing item or an accessory. I love shopping for and selling clothing, especially vintage clothing or high-end clothing. Here I see some jeans. I don't really specialize in jeans, so I'm just kind of looking through to see what I can see. So I'm going to stop this part of the video because I need to get to work, to the competition, and I will see you again when I do get back home. So enjoy the video, everybody. Thanks for coming along with me. It's really been a lot of fun. Okay, I'm back home, Bolo Buddies, and I underestimated how exhausted I would be. So I don't think all of these items are going to be up and listed by the drop time tomorrow, partly because I film with daylight and I didn't get back from the bins, which were a 2.5 hour drive for me each way. So 5 hours of driving and about 3 hours of digging in the bins has me just utterly exhausted, but it was awesome. I hate all of you who have bins nearby because I only spent $28 and I don't even know how much stuff I got, but I made some major bucks, even with filling up my Jeep gas tank. Hey, Wiley. And Wiley came with me, so he's excited too. Okay, here's a bolo. This is the Loving Family Fisher-Price dollhouse, and this is the townhouse. It was a special edition. So this, I thought I was going to lose the toy category for sure, but this was out in the new bins, and I just sort of stood right in front of it and knew what it was and picked it up. So it's in beautiful condition. It just needs to be cleaned. The comps go from anywhere from about $100 to $200 depending on condition, shipping costs, and all of that. So in addition, there's a bag of a few, not really too many. I was hoping it was more, but there turned out to be 5 things in the bag that I can sell separately. So there's a recliner, there's one of the dolls, the little girl, and a chair, and 2 chairs, and a couple of other things. So this is my toy entry, the Loving Family Townhouse Dollhouse. Okay, the next category was a puzzle or a game. And so, nope, wait a minute. The next category was a book. So this is a spiral bound cookbook, and I do love to collect these. I have lots of them that need to get listed. I usually list them in lots, but this one is really kind of interesting. This is a comp that's up. Now that's what somebody's asking for it. It's not a sold comp, but it's really kind of a cool book because it's specific to postal carriers in the Northeast. So this one is not in perfect condition. I won't ask anywhere near $30 for it, but I might ask, $14.95. So this is my book entry. There were not a lot of books. They were very picked over, but I'm happy with my book entry. A cookbook that I'll clean up a little bit and probably get about $15 for. Was something that needs batteries. So I had some trouble really finding anything decent. I did find a couple of toys and I settled on this one. The comps, they kind of looked a little better in the Goodwill bins than they do now. This ranges anywhere from like $10 to $20. So I'm going to test it, make sure that it works. It's called Road Rippers, and there were several comps, so I'll put those up. And hey, I've got an item that needs batteries, so I was happy to find something. And there it is, Road Rippers. Okay, in this big pile, it's like I have the bins right here on my couch. The next category was a puzzle or a game. So this is the original Risk game. This is not the reproduction. This is vintage, and it's from 1959. I'm putting it in the game and puzzle category, though. The condition is really pretty good, other than the box. Everything inside is complete. There's the original date, 1959. The board looks good. I checked out all of the pieces. Looks like pretty much everything is there. I didn't count out all of the little blocks, but it's supposed to have the different colored blocks. The dice are there. The cards are there. The cards are in really good condition. And in addition, underneath, I lifted that up and I did find the instructions. So that's always nice to include. So at first I thought I might part this out. Actually, when I picked it up at the bins, I thought I probably would part it out. But because everything is included and because it is the older version, I'm going to list this for about $30 based on comps. I'll probably list it for $29.99 plus shipping. So this is my puzzle and game entry, an original Risk board game from 1959. This exact version has been copied, so there are, when I did comps, it was difficult because there were lots of newer ones, but this is definitely the original vintage. Now, I love to sell clothes, and this is my clothing entry. These are 3 pairs of Carhartt jeans, all in the same size. One is the carpenter jeans, and 2 of them are the straight traditional. Now, these were passed over by everyone else because they were in such ripped up condition, but this is what people want. These are in style like this. These are not just distressed. I'm going to use the keyword destroyed, and I think these are going to sell really well because they are authentically distressed and ripped up. The stains, the kind of evidence that they were worked in, that sort of thing is really hip right now. And that's probably why they were still at the bins. They just looked, in terrible condition. But that terrible condition is evidence of the hard work that was put in them. And, guys just love that kind of grunge, distressed, destroyed look. So the Carhartt jeans are my entry in the clothes category. I was really struggling to find something in the craft category. And after the new bins came out, someone actually grabbed this, but when I went back by the new bins, it was back in the bin. So the person decided not to take it, and I snagged it. This is a finished, completed cross stitch, and on 2 dowels. It's vintage for sure, on 100% cotton, printed in Israel. And the name up here, Lev Dokor, is well known. And I was able to find comps for this little girl. It's very sweet, and someone is really going to appreciate this. I'm going to list this for approximately $35, $35, $39, between $35 and $45, because this little girl is fairly common. Some of the more uncommon ones go for quite a bit more, but it's really beautiful in gorgeous condition. So my entry into the craft category. The next category is vintage, and I actually struggled with vintage because I found multiple vintage items that I would have liked to have used, such as these really gorgeous flocked Christmas bulbs. But I eventually chose, the other thing that I almost used, and this is absolutely gorgeous. I'm still not sure that I'm choosing the right item. This was rolled up and taped together. It came out in the new bin as well. And it's an absolutely stunning, I don't think the pictures do it justice here, hooked rug. So I don't know, what am I doing? I should have included it. The colors, the black, the condition, it's true vintage. It almost looks like it's probably antique. And I just love this. I might end up keeping this, so I'm not going to enter it into the competition just yet. So what did I choose for vintage? Let's move along and take a look. So for the vintage item, I actually found this very early on. I have it wrapped up in this rug that I bought to keep. I'm going to use the rug in the apartment. Look at this gorgeous statue. I love to pick up religious items, and I used Google Lens to comp this in the store, and I found out that this is from Grail Pottery of Ohio, and this sells for around $100. There are multiple of them listed, but they do have a high sell-through rate as well. So really gorgeous modernist look. And I'm going to list mine right along with all the others for about $100. So great find at the bin. So shoes are my favorite category to sell, and there were barely any shoes at all in these bins. I chose these. I picked them up. I didn't even comp them in the bins because they were pretty much my only choice. They were in fairly decent condition. They're Nike. The color's good. They're vintage. Now, I did look these up. These are from 2009 Air Max, and I'll probably list these for about $30. The next item was bags, a bag or a wallet or a backpack, and I chose this Winnie the Pooh backpack again because it was pretty much my only choice. It was in good condition. There were no women's bags and there were no shoes at this particular bins, so it was things like sneakers, kids' backpacks, and stuff like that. So I think this Disney Winnie the Pooh has a great sell-through rate, and I'll list that for about $25. So probably $30 for the sneakers and $25 for the backpack. So I don't have an item in the media category. There were some DVD sets that I was going to pick up just to sell, and I put one back, and I literally just forgot to pick one back up. So that's my entry into the Bolo Buddies scavenger hunt. So go on over to the Bolo Buddies channel, Courtney's channel, and under her video, everyone is going to be voting over there. So head on over to Bolo Buddies, check out Courtney's bins competition video, as well as all of the other resellers. All of the videos will be linked in the description box down below. So be sure to go over and check out the other competitors and subscribe to all of their channels. They're really great. So thanks everybody. Happy Kentucky Derby Day. Bye.